Bear Tattoo here. Well, the Bears lost to the Viqueens. Uh, and there's some good that come out of the game. I think that the offense is playing pretty well. I mean, there were some times when they didn't score a touchdown, they got to just kick a field goal. But I think is some encouraging things. They didn't turn the ball over. Jay played pretty well, scrambled a couple times, moved out of the pocket, and was able to connect with Alshon Jeffrey. They better pay that guy. He is one of the best receivers in the league right now. That guy can go up against a whole bunch of people and make the catch. So that catch he made in the end zone was great. Uh, but they can't sustain a drive, and that is a problem. I mean, Langford missed that catch on third down, which would have sustained that drive and maybe give him the opportunity to go down and kick a field goal and win the game. But they had to give the ball back to the Viqueens. And let me tell you, our defense can't stop those guys. They can't stop anybody. I mean, they had opportunity after opportunity to shut those guys down, and they couldn't do it. I mean, and our defensive backfield just looked terrible. I mean, they couldn't stop anybody, and they can't tackle. My God, learn how to tackle, you guys. Anyway, it's another loss, and I think that part of their issue is they've got a lot of injuries. Forte got hurt. I hope it's nothing serious. Eddie Royal got hurt. I hope it's nothing serious, and that those guys can get back soon. But they're 2-5, and no playoffs this year. More than likely, they got a bunch of big games coming up. They got to go out and play San Diego next week out there, and they got to play the Rams, and they're playing pretty well. And then they got to play Green Bay in Green Bay on Thanksgiving. So it doesn't get any easier. So I don't know what they're going to do on the defense. They can't seem to stop anybody. I thought they did pretty well most of the game against the Viqueens, but it just wasn't good enough at the end of the game. It's just like the end of the game against the Lions. They didn't stop them, and they went down and kicked a field goal and won. So we got to get better on defense, and I don't know how they do that with the guys that they have to put on the field. They just aren't that good. So I think that's got to be one of the things that Ryan Pace and John Fox work on in the offseason, is getting some guys in there that can play defense, especially in the defensive backfield. Some linebackers, although some of the linebackers have stepped up and done pretty well. So anyway, it's a loss, 2-5. We'll see what they can do next week against the Rams. Or not the Rams, the Chargers.